Hi everyone, welcome to my very first video. My name is Taylor. I kind of wanted to start a channel about some of the anime stuff and figures that I kind of experience on a day-to-day basis. I'm a little obsessed, so I wanted to share that with everyone and kind of share my journey as I just started collecting, just started really getting into a lot of different anime, so I wanted to kind of share that with everyone and anyone else who's on the same journey as I am. But for my first video today, I did want to start by talking about what I got at Saboten this year. So Saboten is a local con that's held in Phoenix, Arizona. It was my first time attending Saboten. I've never gone before, and it was an interesting experience, especially given everything that happened with COVID. It was nerve-wracking to go. I will be honest, it's my first con since COVID happened, and my first big experience really with a very crowded area since the beginning of COVID. So it was a little bit of a nerve-wracking experience, but overall, getting there, it was pretty amazing. Saboten, they did enforce mask wearing. You had to wear a mask in order to get in, even if you were in costume, so I really liked that they did that just to be on the safe side. We did have a little bit of an issue trying to get in. They, I guess, had some ticket issues at the beginning. I guess they had a DDoT attack on their website, so their website was down basically the entire weekend of the con. And then even if you prepaid and pre-bought your tickets, you still had to stand in the exact same line as everyone else, and it wrapped around the block. We stood in line for almost an hour just to try to get in, and then we had to get our bags checked, and then we were finally able to go in. And that was a little bit of a hassle, but that's kind of how it is with any con, really. I've been to a few other ones, and that's just how it is, I guess. But otherwise found some pretty good things. I will say not as much as I was hoping, and I think part of that is because of COVID. Not so many vendors were there. It was a little bit smaller, but still found some amazing things that I really love and I wanted to share with everyone. So the first thing I wanted to show is actually something that's not anime related exactly, but it was really cute. I couldn't say no. And it is this backpack. So it's a wolf backpack. It's super cute. It even has a little tail. But it was adorable. I loved it so much. I couldn't decide between this one and a black one they had with little red eyes. I couldn't decide, but I ended up going with this one because it was just too cute. I love white wolves. So I really liked this. It's actually really spacious too. It has 2 pockets, so totally worth it. I really wanted it. I have an Einstein backpack, or a corgi backpack from Cowboy Bebop. So that was the only other one I had and I wanted to add to my collection. So I'm really excited to get to use this one. I haven't used it yet, but it's super cute. So I wanted to show this one. Now the next things I have are actually art related. So the first ones are some bookmarks I got, and I do apologize, I'm not going to attribute the artist here just because I don't for sure know which artist is which. I grabbed a bunch of cards when I was walking through, and I unfortunately mixed them all up and I don't know which is which. But if you guys are interested in finding out who that artist was, or if you guys know even, please feel free to comment on here and I will do some more research and try to figure out who was who. I grabbed the cards of every single person I bought from, so I would be able to find them somehow. I'll be able to look it up. So if you guys know, please attribute them in the comments. Otherwise, I'm going to do my best to kind of figure things out and hopefully at some point get to attributing everyone within the details below. So we'll see. But I did get these bookmarks as well. I do love to read, so I had to get a few bookmarks. But I got this one from the new Loki show. It says, "Oh, bless your heart." I got this one from the Owl House. This one the show is really cute. It's a Disney show, but it's super cute and very funny. And then lastly, I had to get a Jujutsu Kaisen one, of course. Those are 3 bookmarks I got. This artwork, I just loved the concept of it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with Ancient Magus Bride, and my introduction was actually the anime. I didn't know it existed before that. So I watched the anime, absolutely fell in love with it. I have the books now, have the mangas, and I'm still working on collecting all of those because there's a lot of side stories and things like that. But this artwork was just too pretty not to get. So this is, I mean, I'm sure you guys recognize Beauty and the Beast, but it's Ancient Magus Bride. I loved it. It was absolutely beautiful. And it sparkles, as you guys can see as well. It's just such a pretty piece of artwork. I could not say no to this. I just love that they have like the details as well, like the gold on Elias, and then they have her necklace too. And I love that. I think that's just perfect. It makes it even better that way. Now these next three pieces of artwork are from the same person, from the same artist. And I was super glad they had a deal going on because I couldn't decide between any of them, and I ended up settling for these three, but I'm probably gonna go get more eventually. So this one is from Jujutsu Kaisen. I love this one because it's just like a calmer picture. Just, you know, if anyone has seen Jujutsu Kaisen, you know it's full of action, but I like this just being able to see them, you know, as regular high school students and getting to relax a little bit. And I just love all their faces. It's their characters. It's exactly their characters. So I just love that one. The next one is a Raphtalia artwork from Rising of S.H.I.E.L.D. Hero. And it actually also includes little Philo right here as well. And I love that one because I love it because it really just emphasizes her cuteness, but she still has her sword and everything, so you can still see how much of a fighter she is while she's still being adorable. But I loved this artwork. And then last artwork I have is Kana from Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid. I love Kana. She is my favorite. Of course, she's adorable. So you can see that, and then you can see the other dragons right back here. That one I love. That's so cute. And he actually also had Miss Kobayashi here too. So that one's super cute. And I just love it because it's just like her background, you know, it's just it's school, but it's also sweets, and it's just her being cute, and I love it. I love the detail on this artwork too because her eyes are different colors. It's just so detailed. The shading on this is just, I absolutely love it. All right, so that's it for the artwork. Now, the rest of what I have are figures. And these are not unique to Saboten. These are figures that are available, of course, widespread, but I just happened to get them at Saboten. There was a few figure shops that I saw stuff that wasn't out yet here in the US, or that I was struggling to get, or was sold out or something like that, so I had to get a bunch of them. The first one is a Rem Taito figure. Now this one, prior to Saboten, I had actually never seen before. I didn't know it existed, and that was kind of a big deal to me because I'm a little obsessed with Rem figures, so you guys can see in my background. I love all her figures. I love how unique they are, but I had never seen this one before, so it was a little different to me to come across it, so I had to get it. I had to pick it up. I'm gonna go ahead and open her up. So far I'll say I love the stand that she's on. It's very well decorated, like very simple, but just perfect with the theme. I love stands that are a little bit unique. Sometimes I love plain ones, sometimes I love special ones. It just kind of depends on the figure itself. But she is definitely a gorgeous figure. She's very pretty, very detailed. You can even see like the denim stripes in her clothes. I love that. She has a little earpiece, but of course she's still maintaining her unique character details, like her headpiece. I love that. That is a gorgeous figure. It is super cute, super detailed. Definitely a unique piece from Taito. It's a great idea that they did that. Definitely love this figure. This will be added to my collection of unique ones, so very happy with this one. Yeah. So the next one is the Rem Winter Maid version. Now this is one that I've seen around. I couldn't really decide if I wanted it or not. but when I saw it at Saboten, it was a pretty good price, and I decided I'm just gonna get it. I'm not gonna risk not finding it later, which happens a lot with run figures, so I wanted to make sure I got this. Now this one is by, let's see, I thought it was Taito, but it says it's by Vistar Studio, which I am actually not familiar with. Would be my first one. Definitely a different box. I haven't seen that. Oh, it is Taito. It's on the top. So it is Taito by Kadokawa. Perfect. So let's open her up, see what she looks like. This stand is super pretty. I will say it looks a little bit more plasticky than I expected. The pictures made it kind of seem a little bit shinier. It does seem a little plasticky, but it is really nice. I do really like it, and honestly it kind of reminds me of Disney's Frozen, which has, you know, its own Frozen themes, but it is really pretty. It is a very gorgeous base for this figure. I will also say it almost is like she doesn't feel secure on that base. I mean, she looks secure when I wiggle her around, but she kind of doesn't feel super secure. But definitely still a gorgeous figure. The figure herself is detailed, not crazy super detailed. I think they focused a lot more on the base and kind of just the overall effect rather than the little details itself. I do still like her, of course. This is still a great figure, and I really don't have any of her in her maid outfit. I only have one, and she's fighting, so it doesn't count. So this one is super cute. It's a slightly varied maid outfit than what she wears in the show, but that's okay. Still an awesome figure, still definitely happy with it. And I will say it's actually a little bit bigger than I expected. I expected it to be smaller, but kind of like her other figures, but she's pretty good size. This is kind of compared to the other Taito figure we just opened, so you can see a little bit of a difference there. But yeah, definitely overall happy with it, especially for the price that I got her for. And I know she's not super easy to find, at least when I last checked she wasn't, so I will say overall pretty happy with that. The next one we got is another Rem figure, lots of Rem figures. This is another one that I have looked at for a while. I couldn't decide if I wanted it. Kind of went back and forth on it. And then when I saw it, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get it. I need it. I like it enough to be like, I want this. So I was gonna get it. But it's Rem in Subaru's jacket, which is super cute, a little suggestive, but it's cute. You know from the series, their love triangle, but I just think this is super cute to have. But I'm gonna open her up and let's see what she looks like. So this figure is super gorgeous, very simple, I would say, a little bit simpler than I was expecting, but I also knew what she looked like, so I knew what I was getting. It is a little strange that her hand right here isn't fully touching her jacket. In the pictures it definitely looks like it is, and yeah, from far away it does. But you can kind of tell at an angle that it's not touching. It's kind of strange, but still like it, still worth it. Her little smile is cute as well. I will say it's super weird to see her feet. I don't know if that throws anyone else off, but it throws me off just a little bit. Can't usually see her feet, so a little bit off-putting. But overall, super cute figure. I love the detailing on the jacket itself. It's definitely cute, and it's definitely his jacket, so I love that as well. I do wish the stand was a little bit more unique in some way, maybe just had more designs of Subaru or something like that. I think that would have looked really good, but I don't mind how simple it is either. It just doesn't feel like a stand for her exactly, so, but that's all right. She's not the stand isn't the focus, so that's all right with me. But yeah, definitely a good figure, good find here. The next one is actually Rem in her Chinese dress, I believe this is. And this is one of, I think it's only 2 versions. Her other one is a blue version, and I actually already have that one. I'm will grab her from the case behind me. So this is the one that I already have. And then as you guys can see, this one is just the red version of her. So let me take her out so we can get a better comparison. So if you guys can see the difference here, they're pretty similar. One of the only differences are the stockings actually that she has in the red figure. The stand is also different as well. It's a little bit of a different design, and I'm kind of curious as to why that is, but honestly, I like it. I really like that they have the two different designs, so you kind of know that they're kind of separate. They're supposed to have separate meanings almost, it feels like. So I really do like that. I had to get both versions. The blue version just seemed very Rem, and the red version was just like a badass one. I had to do it, so I wanted to get that one as well. But these figures are definitely amazing. I love them so much. They're super detailed. I love the texture on the clothing as well. The tops have some texture on them, and I definitely love them. I love having them side by side as well, so really happy with this purchase. They're gonna be perfect next to each other. So the next one is actually a set that I bought, and I apologize if I butcher this, but it is the Rem and Ram Kunoichi figures. So it's them in their battle forms, or in a battle outfit, I should say. And as you can see from the sticker here, this was the very last one that they had, so I had to pick it up. I wasn't gonna waste time and not get this one. So these are by Sega. I have a lot of Sega figures. They're always really good quality, so happy with those. But I want to see what these look like, so let's get them out of the box. These figures are amazing. I definitely love the detailing on them. You can see on the ROM one, you can see the details of her outfit. You can see her headpiece like she always has, and her sword as well. Her stance is obviously ready to fight, and I definitely love that as well. I will say on hers, you can see the line on her head, just kind of between her hair and the front of her head. That does bother me a little bit now that I see it up close, but that's okay. You can't really notice it unless you're looking for it and the light is hitting it a certain way, so gonna deal, that's fine. But overall, a really nice figure. Now the Rem one is super great as well. Mine does have a couple scratches on it. I'm pretty sure that's my fault. She was not wrapped when I bought her. She was the very last one, so they didn't have any wrapping or anything to put around her. So she was just in a box, and I forgot that. So I've been toting her around, you know, during Saboten, and then I had her in her box here. So didn't really take care of her probably like I should. But it's really a minor scratch, something I can probably fix up real quick. I do love the details on her as well. Same outfit as ROM, as of course a different color, she's blue. And then her stance is a little bit different as well, she's ready to fight. She also has the head line as well, which bothers me again just a little bit, but you know, it's unfortunately one of the things that comes with a lot of her figures because of just how her hair is. So it's unfortunate, but that's all right. Again, don't really notice it unless you're looking for it. Overall, though, I really do like these figures. They are going to be a great addition to my collection. I do like the stands as well, although they kind of remind me of the Nike sign, which I don't know why. But they kind of throw me a little bit, and I kind of wish they did the stands a little bit differently. They're a little awkward and they're not even, so it might be a little bit hard to place, and I'll have to kind of figure that out. So we'll see how that is. So that's actually it for all of the figures I got from Saboten. I did get some keychains, but I'm gonna hold that for a separate keychain video because I have a lot of those. I kind of want to show some new ones I just got, and then some old, not old ones, but other ones that I have as well. So I'll hold on those. But overall, I think for my first Saboten, it was a great experience. I'm definitely gonna go again, no questions asked there. And I'm excited to experience what else they have. I am hoping that next year or in future years, there's gonna be more variety of things. I think with COVID, you know, it was kind of limited. And then you really only saw Jujutsu Kaisen stuff and Dragon Ball Z, and you didn't really see anything else. It was hard to find other things. So I was a little disappointed with that, but hopefully, you know, in the coming years when more things come out more and people are exposed to more, not just, you know, the popular ones, and maybe we'll be able to get a little bit more items. Thank you everyone for joining me, and we'll see you next time. Bye!